How long do you really have left? It's a haunting question, especially after 65, when every year begins to feel more precious. But what if your body is already whispering the answer? Quiet signals can reveal how much longer you might live. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in checkups and blood work, but science shows that some of the strongest indicators of longevity aren't hidden in complex tests. They're right there in how you walk, how you sleep, and how you feel on an ordinary day. In this video, we'll explore 8 subtle but powerful signs inside your own body that can help you understand how many good years may still lie ahead. These aren't guesses or myths. They're grounded in what researchers and doctors have observed in people who live longer, healthier lives. If you've ever wondered whether you're on the right path or whether your body is aging, well, pay close attention. By the end, you'll know exactly what to look for, and more importantly, what you can do to increase your odds of living not just longer, but better. Stay tuned until the end. Some of these signs may surprise you. Recognizing them now might change the way you live the rest of your life. Now, let's get started. Sign 1. Your walking speed remains strong and steady. One of the most reliable signs of longevity after 65 isn't found in a blood test or scan, it's in your steps. Your walking speed, the rhythm and energy behind each stride speaks volumes about your heart, muscles, bones, and even your brain. When you move through the world at a healthy, consistent pace, it's not just about mobility, it's a reflection of how well your entire system functions together. Doctors often say that gait is a window into the aging body, and they're right. A strong, steady walking speed suggests resilience. The slower and more hesitant your walk becomes, the more likely your body is struggling with the invisible weight of age. Consider Walter, 74, who walks his dog every morning around the block. He doesn't power walk, but there's a liveliness to his stride. He doesn't pause at each driveway or catch his breath after a few steps. His gait is relaxed but purposeful. When he walks into a room, you can tell he's fully present. A neighbor once told him, "You don't walk like a man your age." Walter smiled, but he didn't realize his walking pace was a strong predictor of his health and possibly his future. Studies show that older adults who walk with speed and consistency tend to live longer, not just because of stronger muscles or lungs, but because that pace reflects coordination, cardiovascular health, and neural efficiency. The truth? Walking speed isn't something you can fake. You can't mask weakness in your stride or hesitation in your steps. It shows up in how quickly you rise from a chair, how naturally you cross a street, or how confidently you step over a curb. A slowed pace can signal trouble with circulation, muscle loss, or early neurological decline. But here's the good news. Walking speed is modifiable. You can strengthen your legs, work on balance, and build endurance, adding years not just to your life, but to the life in your years. So if you're still walking with energy and ease, that's your body saying we're still going strong. If you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Start small, use the stairs, do gentle leg exercises. The way you walk today might be the simplest sign of how long you'll keep walking into the future. Sign 2. You can balance on one leg for at least 10 seconds. One of the clearest indicators of how well your body is aging and how long it might keep going is your ability to balance on one leg. It sounds simple, but balance is more than coordination. It reflects muscle strength, nervous system health, brain function, and even inner ear stability. When all these systems communicate clearly, you can hold your position with grace. But when something's off, muscles weakening, reflexes slowing, or brain fog creeping in, it shows up fast in your balance. And that instability isn't just a nuisance, it's a warning. Take Arthur, 77, who tried the one-leg test during a checkup. His doctor asked him to stand barefoot, arms by his side, and hold it for 10 seconds. Arthur wobbled slightly but managed it. His doctor smiled. That's one of the strongest predictors of longevity we have. Arthur laughed it off until he thought about friends his age who'd fallen, some never recovering. He hadn't realized how deeply balance connects to survival. Balance isn't just about standing still. It's about your body's ability to protect itself. Losing balance increases fall risk, and falls become serious fast after 65. But more than that, balance issues often signal silent shifts, leg strength fading, brain processing slowing, or reaction times lagging. For many, it's the first unsettling physical change they notice. The encouraging part? Balance can be rebuilt. Simple exercises standing on one foot near a counter, heel-to-toe walking, or gentle yoga can restore stability. Even 30 seconds a day makes a difference. If you can balance for 10 seconds, especially without holding on, your body and brain are working well together. If you can't yet, don't panic, start training. Every step toward better balance extends the steps you'll take in the years ahead. Longevity isn't just about moving forward. It's about staying upright while you do. Sign 3, your grip strength is still firm and reliable. There's a surprising amount of truth in a handshake. Grip strength may seem like a small detail, but it's one of the most accurate indicators of how your body is holding up over time. A firm, steady grip suggests your muscles are strong, your nervous system is efficient, and your cardiovascular health is likely in good shape. On the other hand, a weakening grip can point to broader decline, loss of muscle mass, reduced bone density, and even increased risk of heart disease or cognitive trouble. What's remarkable is that this simple action, how well you hold on to something, has been repeatedly linked in studies to how long you're likely to live. Take Henry, 70, who noticed something odd when opening a jar of pickles. It felt harder than usual, not painful, just weaker. A few weeks later, while playing with his granddaughter, he realized he couldn't hold her up for long. His doctor tested his grip with a handheld device and confirmed it had dropped noticeably in just 2 years. This was Henry's wake-up call. He didn't feel sick, no limping, coughing, or weight loss, but his muscles were quietly fading. His body was giving him a subtle signal that it needed attention. That's what grip strength does. It doesn't shout, it whispers. You feel it when carrying groceries becomes more tiring, when twisting bottle caps feels awkward, when handshakes don't feel as solid as they used to. These aren't just signs of getting older. They're signs of deeper change inside your body. But here's the good news. Just like walking speed and balance, grip strength is something you can improve. Squeezing a tennis ball, using light hand weights, or doing push-ups against a wall all activate and rebuild the same systems that help you hold on. And this matters because it's not just about your hands, it's about how much strength your body is preserving overall. Your hands are simply the messengers. When they start to weaken, it's a signal that your body may be losing its ability to recover, resist disease, and stay independent. But that doesn't have to be your story. Every time you choose to build strength, even in your fingers, wrists, and forearms, you're making an investment in your future. So if your grip still feels strong, if you can open jars, carry bags, and shake hands with confidence, take a moment to appreciate that. It's more than convenience. It's a reflection of how well your internal systems are working together. And if you've noticed a slight decline, take it seriously. Because sometimes, the smallest signs are the ones that tell the biggest truths. In this case, how well you hold on to something might just be a sign of how long you'll hold on to life itself. Sign 4. You wake up feeling rested most days. One of the clearest indicators that your body is aging well and may continue to for years to come is how you feel when you open your eyes in the morning. Sleep isn't just about getting through the night. It's when your body repairs tissue, restores your immune system, balances hormones, and clears toxins from your brain. If you're waking up most mornings feeling refreshed, not groggy or drained, that's a powerful sign your systems are still working in harmony. This matters because disrupted or poor quality sleep has been linked to higher risks of everything from heart disease and stroke to memory loss and weakened immunity. Consider Frank, 68, who for decades survived on just 5 hours of sleep. After retiring, he started going to bed earlier, cut back on evening caffeine, and began getting morning sunlight. Within months, he woke up with more energy, no longer needing an alarm clock. His mood improved, his blood pressure dropped slightly, and his morning joint stiffness eased. His sleep had changed his health, not overnight, but over time, adding something invaluable: vitality. Sleep is a window into how your body is doing. If you wake up multiple times nightly, struggle to fall asleep, or feel tired after 7 or 8 hours in bed, your body may be signaling something important. It could be stress, undiagnosed apnea, medication side effects, or something deeper. While it's tempting to shrug off sleep issues as just part of getting older, that assumption can be costly. The longer poor sleep goes unaddressed, the more it chips away at your ability to think clearly, move easily, and protect yourself from illness. The good news? Like other signs we've discussed, sleep can be improved even in your 70s or 80s. Creating a consistent bedtime routine, reducing screen time in the evening, limiting alcohol and heavy meals before bed, and getting morning light exposure can all help reset your body's rhythm. And when your rhythm improves, so does your rest quality. When rest improves, everything else, your heart, brain, energy outlook gets better too. So if you wake up feeling truly rested most days, don't take it for granted. That's a rare and meaningful gift. It suggests your body is still running efficiently behind the scenes. If you're not there yet, it doesn't mean you're aging poorly. It means there's opportunity. Because improving your sleep isn't just about comfort, it's about longevity. Sometimes, how well you sleep tonight might just shape how strong you feel 10 years from now. Sign 5, you still enjoy regular meals with a steady appetite. Your appetite after 65 tells you far more about your health than you might realize. When you regularly feel hungry at mealtimes, enjoy food's taste and maintain steady weight, it's a strong sign your digestive system, hormones, and emotional regulation are all working in harmony. But when appetite fades, especially with unintentional weight loss or food indifference, it can signal deeper issues quietly developing. Take Charles, 73, who still eagerly anticipates his morning routine: fresh coffee, sliced fruit, and cinnamon-sprinkled oatmeal. His doctor once remarked, as long as you enjoy eating and keep your strength, your body's telling you it's doing its job. Charles didn't think much about his reliable appetite until he noticed friends skipping meals, complaining food just doesn't taste the same anymore. That's when he understood his simple pleasure in eating was actually a vital health indicator. Loss of appetite often gets dismissed as normal aging, but this assumption can be dangerous. When we stop wanting to eat, muscles break down faster, immunity weakens, energy plummets, and independence often follows. What begins as skipped meals can spiral into frailty. The hidden truth. Appetite connects directly to vitality. It's not just about nutrition, it's about your body's ongoing engagement with life itself. The hopeful reality? Appetite can be revived. Staying active, even gentle walking, sharing meals with others, experimenting with herbs and textures, or addressing dry mouth/denture issues can all rekindle eating enjoyment. Like Charles' cinnamon ritual, sometimes small sensory pleasures make the difference between eating from habit and eating with genuine satisfaction. So if you still look forward to meals, if flavors delight you and maintaining weight requires no special effort, recognize this as the gift it is, your body affirming its sustaining power. And if your appetite has dimmed, see it not as inevitable decline, but as an invitation to intervene. Because nurturing your desire to eat may be one of the most fundamental ways to nurture your future self. Sign 6, you handle stress calmly without overreacting. How you respond to stress after 65 quietly reveals volumes about your longevity potential. Chronic unmanaged stress erodes health, invisibly raising blood pressure, weakening immunity, and accelerating cellular aging. But if you've noticed life's challenges now meet with steadier hands, calmer voices, and fewer emotional spikes, you're not just gaining wisdom, you may be extending your lifespan in ways science is only beginning to understand. Consider Gerald, 76, who spent decades reacting intensely to every setback: financial worries, disagreements, even traffic. But recently, when a pipe burst in his kitchen, he simply breathed, made calls, and methodically managed the mess. Not worth the heartburn, he joked. This shift from explosive reactions to measured responses represents more than mellowing, it's resilience in action. And resilience consistently predicts longer, healthier lives. Here's why it matters. When your nervous system maintains equilibrium, when stress doesn't keep you trapped in worry, your entire body functions better. Your heart rhythm stabilizes, digestion improves, sleep deepens, and decision-making clarifies. This isn't about avoiding stress, an impossible goal, but about how completely you return to baseline afterward. That recovery ability, what scientists call allostatic load, determines how heavily stress taxes your biology over time. The empowering truth? Stress response can be reshaped at any age. Gentle breathing exercises, quiet time in nature, prayer, or even regular conversations with a good listener all help retrain your reaction patterns. Each time you choose calm over chaos, you're not just soothing a moment, you're effectively pressing a reset button on aging itself. So if you find frustration now rolls off more easily, If you pause before reacting or navigate crises with unexpected poise, recognize this as the profound strength it is. Your body is mastering the art of equilibrium, and that mastery may add more quality years than any supplement or diet ever could. Because longevity isn't about avoiding life's storms, it's about learning to stand through them without breaking. Sign 7, you stay mentally sharp and remember daily details easily. Your cognitive clarity after 65 offers some of the most telling hints about your longevity potential. When you easily recall names, track conversations, and focus without strain, abilities many take for granted until they slip, it signals your brain's resilience. And since your brain controls everything from movement to organ function, its preservation directly impacts how long and well you'll live. Meet Linda, 72, who manages household finances, leads a book club, and remembers all 5 grandchildren's birthdays unaided. While friends joke about her computer brain, Linda consciously nurtures her mental edge, daily reading, morning crosswords, and learning one new thing weekly. What she may not realize. These habits do more than prevent forgetfulness. They actively bolster her lifespan by maintaining neural pathways critical for health. Cognitive decline often shows up subtly, first forgetting recent events, struggling for words, or feeling mentally foggy. These aren't just frustrations. They're warning lights on your biological dashboard. When the brain slows, everything follows. Movement becomes less coordinated. Medication management falters. Social connection suffers. This explains why studies consistently find people maintaining mental sharpness into later years tend to live longer overall. The brilliant news? Your brain remains trainable at any age. Social engagement, challenging reading, new skill acquisition, physical activity, and proper nutrition all nourish cognitive reserve. Like Linda's crossword ritual, seemingly small mental habits compound over time into significant protection. Even more encouraging, improvements in one area, like memory, often positively impact unrelated functions, like balance or mood, through the brain's interconnected networks. So if you still think clearly most days, if details stick and focus comes easily, recognize this as the precious asset it is, your mind affirming its enduring vitality. And if you've noticed some slippage, don't panic, but don't ignore it either. Addressing minor cognitive changes early offers your brain the best chance to adapt and preserve its power. Because ultimately, a sharp mind isn't just about remembering, it's about continuing to fully experience and engage with every added year. Sign 8, you maintain strong social connections. Perhaps the most overlooked yet powerful longevity predictor after 65 isn't found in your body at all, but in your relationships. Not just casual interactions, but meaningful bonds where you feel seen, heard, and valued. Humans weren't designed to age in isolation. When connection falters, health often unravels faster than we realize. But when we maintain close ties, even simple ones, it nourishes our biology in profound, life-extending ways. Evelyn, 79, exemplifies this. Her Sunday phone calls with her sister, weekly knitting group, and neighborly chats during dog walks create what researchers call a social safety net. Her doctor once remarked, "You're doing one of the best things for your heart, staying connected." At first, Evelyn didn't understand how her casual socializing impacted health. Then she noticed how much better she slept after laughing with friends, how energized she felt following lunch with cousins. Her body was responding to connection like medicine. Science confirms what Evelyn instinctively knew. Strong social ties reduce inflammation, lower blood pressure, boost immunity, and keep brains active. They buffer against depression, cognitive decline, and even early mortality risk. Shockingly, lacking meaningful connections can harm health as much as smoking or obesity. Yet unlike those factors, relationship quality often gets ignored in health assessments. The painful paradox. As we age, we often withdraw, skipping gatherings, avoiding calls, telling ourselves it's easier to stay home. But this slow retreat from connection frequently accelerates decline. The good news? Rebuilding social bonds doesn't require huge networks or exhausting socializing. Sometimes one regular phone call, a handwritten note to an old friend, or even pleasant grocery store chatter can spark the life-affirming connections that help sustain us. So if you have people who truly get you, who notice when you're absent and celebrate when you thrive, recognize this as the powerful longevity booster it is. And if you've let some connections lapse, don't see it as irreversible. Reach out today, however small the gesture. Because while no pill can replicate the health benefits of feeling understood, even modest steps toward reconnection can start paying immediate dividends. Ultimately, longevity isn't just about adding years to your life, it's about adding life to your years through those who make the journey meaningful.